Gita ke Arjuna, I have control of these four things. Who am I? Who is God? What is this material nature and the काल, time, समय. इन चार चीजों पे भगवान का पूरा नियंत्रण है, कंट्रोल है. But the fifth thing, which is a karma, Krishna says, I don't control them. I don't have any right to do karma of yours. This is your choice. So similarly, we have the right to do perform any activity like all you said. I really like one answer Mataji said, we do karma even with the mind as well, while sleeping, thinking, because we do what we think, practically. First it come in a thought. Similarly, today we will discuss the Bhagavad Gita fifth topic, which is the karma or the activity. So this is the continuation of the course. If you will understand this, because this is in our hand, four things are not in our list. So means 80% of the whole cosmic manifestation is under the control of Lord Sri Krishna, and 20% are in control of us. We are not robots. Like for example, robots, you will press the button, it will come down, upside, and all this thing activity it will do. But what will happen if Krishna will also make us robot? Then what is the use? The one thing which is called the free will, which is called minute independence. Like I always say in the lecture, you have always two choice and one decision. You always have two choices and one decision. What are the two choices? To serve the Maya or to serve the Krishna. These are the two choices. It's very simple. It's not very complicated. And who will take the decision? We are the one who will take decision. Like very simple way, I will say that when you take car out from your building apartment, there is a left and the right. Where to take turn, it is your decision. The Krishna is giving you both the choice, because Krishna is like our parents, like our father. So, okay, today, what is the very auspicious day? Today is the Srila Haridas Thakur disappearance day. Anyone of you know who is Srila Haridas Thakur? Any idea? Deepak Prabhu might be knowing. Deepak Prabhu, you know Haridas. Really?
He is one of our Goswamis.
Goswami, Acharya.
He is one of the Acharyas, but whether he is Srila Prabhupada's direct
No,
teacher or he is the
500,
founder Acharya.
500 years ago.
500. So he was directly disciple of Chaitanya.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yes. So I will speak 2-3 minutes about Haridas Thakur, because in our life there are some heroes like Shah Rukh Khan and all. Our hero is our Guru Maharaj, Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna. So we keep their pictures. So we do things what they do. We follow them. Similarly, our acharyas are staunch devotee. Now I want to tell you something about Srila Haridas Thakur. Then we will continue with this course. Haridas Thakur was born in a Mohammedan family. He was a Muslim. Yes.
Two brothers.
I don't know about second, but I know about Haridas Thakur. He was born in a Mohammedan family. So 2-3 things I wanted to tell you about this. Born in a Hindu family or born in a Muslim family is for a body. But Krishna says, you are the part and parcel of Mame Vamsha Jiva Loke Jiva Bhut Sanatan. Real identity of our is the soul, not this body. So this we will discuss in the next chapter. So Haridas Thakur was not allowed to enter to the Jagannath Puri. There is a reason why the Pandas doesn't allow people to come into the Jagannath Puri, because they think that these Christians, other religious people, they will come and they will steal our Jagannath, Baladev and Sudhitra Maharani. Because in the past many temples they have destroyed, so they have a fear. That is why they don't keep and allow everyone to come. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very sad, and Haridas Thakur was more sad than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, some 500 years ago, when Jagannath Puri Dham, he was there, along with him Mirabai, 500 years ago, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they all assembled there in Jagannath Puri. They were all in the same series 500 years ago. So Haridas Thakur was not allowed to enter into the temple to have darshan of the Lord Jagannath. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the form of Lord Jagannath used to come to him. कि आप हरिदास ठाकुर मेरे पास नहीं आ सकते, लेकिन मैं भगवान साक्षात आपके पास आऊंगा. So which is more important? That is why Mahaprabhu said that if you will see the chakra of the Jagannath Puri, जो ऊपर chakra है, then you will see have my own darshan. So Lord Jagannath is so merciful. Okay, no problem. For 10 days he coming out from the temple, and all the devotees can have darshan of Lord Jagannath. Second thing, Haridas Thakur used to chant 22 hours a day, and 2 hours he used to sleep. 22 hours he used to chant continuously. That is why whenever we sing the Pranam mantra, we say Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki.
Yeah.
Namacharya means he was the Acharya of the name, holy name. What is the Kali Yuga? Kali Yuga is very simple. You don't need to do anything. You have to just chant the holy name of the Lord. This is the essence of all the Shastra and the discussion what we are doing. Chant the holy name of the Lord. Then repeatedly, if you are doing it, will become your habit. Sometime, we are working in different activities. Our lips are saying Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This is called the practice. And it happens when you practice for a long time. Like Krishna also said that Arjuna, you have to do practice against the fight of this material. Why? Haridas Thakur, he was born in a Mauryan family and he was initiated by one of our Acharya in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Haridas, you are now realized soul. There is no need to chant for you more. Now you have understand what is the truth. I have appeared in front of you. Then Haridas Thakur said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, sorry, I will not stop chanting because Maya is very strong. Maya is very strong and I am very weak, although he was a Namacharya. Just imagine. And still, if you go to Jagannath Puri, there is a Siddha Bakul under which he was used to chant the holy name. During the parikrama of the Jagannath Puri, they will take you to the Siddha Bakul. There is a tree still there 500 years ago who witnessed the whole scenario of this. And there was a Muslim Mohammedan king that time. He sent a very high level of prostitute to irritate Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur was chanting the holy name of the Lord, and the name of that prostitute was Hirabai. He was one of the top that time, and he said that he is a Mohammedan and he is chanting the holy name of the Hindus. So they did a lot of bad things with the हरिदास ठाकुर 22 बाजार में कोड़े मारे थे हरिदास ठाकुर को 22 बाजार में कहते हैं कि 4 बाजार में अगर कोई व्यक्ति अगर वो कोड़े खा लेता था शाह हुसैन के तो वो व्यक्ति मर जाता था ही यूज्ड टू डाई वो खत्म उसका देयर इज नो लाइफ बिकॉज फिफ्थ वो पार्टी नहीं कर सकता था तो 22 बाजार में हरिदास ठाकुर को मार रहे तो वो थक गए थे मार मार के हरिदास ठाकुर से प्लीज मीट मी अदरवाइज योर किंग विल किल यू ही वाज सो मर्सीफुल तो अंत में क्या हुआ हरिदास मार के उन्होंने क्या लेकिन हरिदास ठाकुर फिर से पुनर्जन्म ले लिए अगेन ही केम बैक and he said that our spiritual life there are so many challenges when we chant when we become more advanced in devotional service there are more challenges in the bhakti Maya comes in different stages. The biggest is that na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavita amba jagadisham. Money and women. This is the biggest problem. There's an attraction. Everyone wants to earn the money. And similarly, he said, if this prostitute will agitate Haridas Thakur, I will tell everyone that he is not a good person. He is in the fame of a sadhu and doing so many bad things. So, Chintamani, this was the lady name. He came and Haridas Thakur said, okay, I have a niyam principle that I chant 22 rounds a day. But when I will finish, whatever your wish is there, I will fulfill. So one night she came, she was saying, okay, you finish your round, I will stay. Then she was listening the Haridas Thakur chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. So slowly, gradually, what happened? She became little bit inclined toward the holy name because holy name is so attractive. This is the real identity of Jiva to attract toward Krishna. Then she said, okay, I will come tomorrow. Now it's early morning, Satoguni. Sattvic means early morning, there is not in a mood. We will not do sense gratification. Even this nightclub and after party and all this stay for 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. After that, they also want to sleep and take rest because the time is very important. Like Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sahib Mile Suburi mein. That if you want to elevate in spiritual life, you have to wake up early in the morning. Like Akhilesh Prabhu, he wakes up at 4:35, I think, and he chants the holy name. This is very good practice for the because morning time we wake up and we finish our chanting. Then we have a time for day, and our battery is charged. Our battery is charged. So Haridas Thakur, next time she came, again she agitated Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, take away. I have to chant my rounds. You please come tomorrow or sit here. So she was sitting. On the third day, by chanting of Haridas, he was a pure devotee of the Lord. She became devotee of Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur said, don't become my devotee. Become devotee of Lord Hari. I am the Hari Das. And that was a test. So then Shah Hussain came to know that prostitute also become the devotee. Prostitute also become the devotee. So everyone news around it all over. Then first of all, Haridas Thakur said, whatever you have earned from the wrongdoing, please give it to in donation and charity. And wear this white clothes from now. Your name from Hirabai is the Mirabai. Your name is from Hirabai to Mirabai. And she said a very big example. And Haridas Thakur says, I already knew. Shah Hussain is sending one prostitute to me to agitate me, but to deliver you, I thought that I should stay. He was a very powerful, but we cannot do like this. We are very weak devotees. Haridas Thakur was a Nam Acharya. So that is why in Kali Yuga, whenever we feel any dangerous or the and challenge and a complication, very simple is that we keep always our chanting mala. As soon as we start chanting, then Krishna helps us. And if we are sincere, that Krishna will give us the protection. Krishna will give us the protection. Because one thing is very clear, no more is above the Krishna and his holy name. This thing is very clear. So we have a very short time. So our life should be very simple, not need to be complicated. So let's come to our topics for today's agenda. What are the agendas? Prabhu, will you read? Deepak Prabhu.
Yeah.
What is karma? Mhm.
What is karma?
Mhm.
What is the best activity? Explain of lost child, logic of karma, shlokas from Bhagavad Gita, type of karmas, doubts about karma, science of karma, benefits of science of karma, devotional service, the ultimate freedom.
Yes.
Now, the explanation what is karma.
So what we will do during our three parts, we will try to cover all these topics gradually and slowly. So I thought before we start this topic, I will tell you one story. I already, I think, told in the last class also. Maybe some of you were absent. In the next slide, what you see. Parth, what you are seeing in the next slide? Yeah. So in 3-4 minutes, I will explain through the example, and it is very easy. You know what are the chapter in the Bhagavad Gita that talks about karma yoga?
Chapter 1 to 4.
No. Chapter 3 and chapter 5. Karma yoga and action in Krishna consciousness, chapter 5. There are two different chapters in the karma yoga. So if you will read Bhagavad Gita, there are different layers. One is the karam kand karmi, then karam yoga, then gyan yoga, then dhyan yoga, then last bhakti yoga comes. So before going to PhD, you have to go through the process. Maybe in past life we were the karma yogi or karmi, jnani, tapasvi, something like this. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Lord Krishna, we are trying to understand the bhakti yoga, which is the PhD of highest of all. But at least theoretically, we should know that what is karma yoga. So with this example, only chapter 3 and 5 can easily be covered, because with the example it is very easy. So I wanted to make these lectures very easy, even the kids can understand. Okay, because with the example, otherwise if you will read Bhagavad Gita, it will be little complicated and difficult for you, because it was for me as well. That is why we need a teacher or a guide who can tell us about these chapters and explain it. So I also learned from Bhagavad Gita. It is nothing of mine from the Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada once asked a devotee in a big lecture. It was very complicated and difficult to understand the general mass audience. Then Prabhupada says, okay, I will give you an example. That time, there was a rich family. In his family, there was a kid who was lost. And do you see, because he was belonging to a rich family, he was looking very smart, handsome, and the cloth and everything, it was predicting that, yeah, he's not an ordinary, he belongs to a very rich, means filthy rich people. So he was wandering into the streets of the roads and the here and there. Then suddenly one person see in this, there is a picture of the cloth. He saw that since many days I don't know this guy, this boy, having this cloth dirty and all this. So I have a shop of the cloth. So from his cloth shop, he gave him some cloth. Is a good action or bad action? Good action. Very simple. He gave some cloth to the child and said, "बच्चा ये पहन लो आप, ताकि अपने कपड़े change करो, गंदे हो रहे." And the next stop, there is another person met with him. He was giving him the food because he has a restaurant. He has a restaurant. बच्चा भूखा था, जाहिर सी बात है. He didn't eat anything. So he thought, okay, I will give him some food and let him. So he give. Is a good karma or bad karma? Good karma. This is second. And third, who is meeting at the night time, there was a person who has a small house with his family. Thought कि बच्चा रात को कहाँ घूम रहा है, अच्छी फैमिली का लग रहा है और इतना प्यारा बच्चा है, तो उसको बोला बेटा कहाँ घूम रहे हो, कहाँ जा रहे हो? He said, I don't know, I have lost. Okay, it's very late now, you can sleep at our home for the night and tomorrow you can leave and find your parents and all. So he gives shelter. It's a good karma or bad karma? Good karma. So these are the all welfare activities. Now there is a fourth person who meet this boy, who knows his father and mother family, and he even know his son. Okay, you got my point. So what he does, आप देख रहे हो चौथी पिक्चर के अंदर उसको कंधे पे बच्चे को जो है ना लेके, what he does, he give it to them, his parents. What he does, he give it to them. Now this fourth guy, he is not giving any food, no cloth, no shelter, but what he brings, कि इसको क्या करो, उठा के ना इसके माँ बाप को कर दे दो। उसके माँ बाप क्या करेंगे, उसको खाना भी देंगे, कपड़ा भी देंगे, रहने को भी देंगे, प्रेम भी करेंगे, सब कुछ करेंगे। नाउ दीज आर द फोर पीपल हु यू अंडरस्टैंड, दे ऑल आर डूइंग गुड। नाउ आई एम आस्किंग अ वेरी सिंपल लॉजिक, सिंपल क्वेश्चन। पार्थ, यू टेल मी विच इज द बेस्ट? But which is the best one activity? The fourth one. Devika Mataji, you agree also? Deepak Prabhu, you also agree? Parul Mataji. कि उसने क्या किया? Assuming that the parents have not deliberately left the child. But we think it वो छोड़ दिया, understand? So what we learn from this, chapter 3 and chapter 5 will be complete. In this world many people think कि अच्छा कर्म करो, शुभ कर्म करो, कपड़े देना, और ये अच्छा है, we are not against it, but there is a process of doing this. But the fourth person is the one who know us, that who is our supreme permanent father. He takes the jiva, the atma, as a guru, and उसको कुछ खाना खिलाता नहीं है, उसको ना ही रोटी देता है, ना कपड़ा वगैरह देता है। What he does, उसको भगवान से मिलाता है कि देखो ये तुम्हारे परम पिता है, परमानेंट है, ये कभी नहीं छोड़ेंगे आपको, और इनके साथ रहोगे तो हमेशा मौज में रहोगे। यू अंडरस्टैंड? So there are many people who are doing only many philanthropist activities like Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, and there was a Christian lady in India, Mother Teresa. They did a lot of good work. We are not against them. They are very good. This is fine. But this is not the permanent happiness or permanent solution. क्यों? क्या प्रॉब्लम हो गई, एक दफा कपड़ा दोगे, दूसरी दफा देखो अभिमान आएगा कि मैं इसको खिलाता हूँ, मैं इसको पहनाता हूँ, मैंने ये शेल्टर, हॉस्पिटल, डॉक्टर्स, ये ऐसे एक्टिविटीज बहुत सारे। दैट इज व्हाई प्रभुपाद सेज देयर इज ए नीड ऑफ स्पिरिचुअल education in the society. Every time there is a two way to help the people. Like for example, a person is taking fish and daily giving the bread to the people. This is your bread, but tell them how to earn the bread. There will be the best solution for them. Otherwise क्या होगा, इस संसार में ये सारे एक्टिविटीज करने के बाद एक व्यक्ति के अंदर अभिमान, अज्ञान आ जाता है, और वो कहता है कि करता हम इति मन्नते, आई एम द डोयर। दिस इज वेरी डेंजरस। So highest of all the activities karma is that a person give the vidya dan. Vidya dan means giving that people that who you are, where you have came. Because पैसा, धन, ये सब संपत्ति तो हर कोई कमा लेता है, ठीक है, everybody has, but they have a lot of struggle in their family, in their mental, and in their own life. Maybe you see that they have a very big house, big cars, and so much bank balance is there, but trust me, in the night time they are not able to sleep. But they are those who are very fortunate at their home. Hari Katha, Hari Kirtan, Mangala Arti, chanting of the holy name, and every time at least sometime, not all time, you think of Harinam and Lordship, discuss this matter. These are the most fortunate and wealthy rich person are there in this material world. Because at the time of death, no matter how big a person he is, at the time of death, he will not bring anything with him other than a bhakti. This is the very important thing. So, in the next, if you read the Oxford Dictionary, what is karma? Prabhu, Dekhesh Prabhu, will you read? A thing that you do for interest or pleasure. This is called karma. Karma. It's very simple. Who is saying? Oxford Dictionary. A thing which you do for interest or pleasure. Now, why you all are here? Because of interest in the Krishna consciousness. And in the Krishna consciousness, you are taking some pleasure. That is the reason. And it's very rare. I'm sorry to say. This is very rare. Because Krishna also said in Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sasreshu kasyat yatriste. Out of millions of the Manusha human, very hardly a person wants to go in a right path. And second thing, Krishna said, Bahunam Janmanavante Gyanman Mahaprabhu. After millions of birth, a very fortunate soul is there who takes birth in the form of a devotee. Like a few days back, when Babaji was there in Vrindavan, he saw our Guru Maharaj and he said that you are the disciple of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. He said, yes, I am disciple. बोला गया करोड़ों जन्मों के बाद भी ऐसे गुरु नहीं मिलते। और यही बात प्रभुपाद जी के लिए भी कही थी। एक बहुत बड़े एक विद्वान थे, उन्होंने प्रभुपाद जी का तेज देख के कहा था कि दे आर वेरी फॉर्चुनेट कि उनको ऐसे। सो वी आर वेरी फॉर्चुनेट टू बी इन कृष्णा कॉन्शियस, ट्रस्ट मी। एंड like few days back we were in Colombo, Sri Lanka. We did so many programs there with devotees, and they were so much giving us so much love. We went after 1.5 year for the vacation as well with family. So people think now you will become a devotee, then you will leave everything, you will become a sannyasi or a sannyas, then there will be no happiness, life, pleasure. No, you follow four regulative principle and stay with your family happily. There is no problem, because Bhagavad Gita and Krishna consciousness teaches you how to live the life and what are the principle. It doesn't mean that आप बिल्कुल ऐसा sad रहो, ऐसा बस भक्ति करो, ऐसा no no. Happiness है. What we say, the Krishna conscious Prabhupada, what he say, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. And if you are not happy, then there is a lot of misconception in our Sanatana. They say that अरे ये कैसा, ये इस तरीके से. No no. Krishna conscious Prabhupada says that you perform your devotional service because we are not sannyasi or we are not brahmachari. We are a family life. In a family life, you are allowed to do pleasure with your family. Okay, with this, make sure that Krishna is in the center. Bas, then everything is solved. Now last night some friends and family came. We were having some program in Khurfakan. So they are non devotees, they are not devotees, so we show them whole Khurfakan. It was very hot, but I said I have a program for 1 hour. So I said you have a two choice, you stay in city center Fujairah. They said we will stay here, we will not go in the program. I said no problem, okay. Then some or other, in after 1 2 minutes, they said, "Okay, Prabhu, हम आपके साथ आते हैं." We will come with you. When they went in the program, we did a lot of kirtan, and I gave lecture. There were 120 devotees were there, and I was saying in the whole tour, this is the best interest and the pleasure I am getting, and it is our choice. It is our decision. एंड व्हेन वी वर चैंटिंग हरे कृष्णा, जब बहुत सारे डिवोटीज होते हैं ना, जब वो कीर्तन होता है ना, तो रात को दिमाग में, तो हम लोग रात को 2 बजे आए घर पे यहाँ पर, फिर मॉर्निंग में मेरा प्रोग्राम था, अभी ये वाला प्रोग्राम है, फिर शाम को भी 6 बजे एक डीएसओ में एक प्राइवेट प्रोग्राम है एक फैमिली का. दे हैव नॉट इनवाइटेड ऑल द डिवोटी, दे हैव देयर पर्सनल प्रोग्राम. इवनिंग टाइम आई हैव सम सर्विस एज वेल देयर. So we feel so fortunate that because you are not engaged in Krishna consciousness, then you are engaged in something nonsense. I'm telling you, please don't mind. Huh? So, what is it, the thing that you do for the interest or the pleasure? So, in the next verse, okay, Parth, will you read this whole context, and even you also can read. But Parth will read loudly. What is karma? Material nature itself is constituted by three qualities: the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance. Above these modes, there is eternal time, and by a combination of these modes of nature and under the control and purview of eternal time, there are activities which are called karma. These activities are being carried out from time immemorial, and we are suffering or enjoying the fruits of our activities. For instance, suppose I'm a businessman and have worked very hard with intelligence and have amassed a great bank balance. Then I'm an enjoyer. But then say I've lost all my money in business. Then I'm a sufferer. Similarly, in every field of life, we enjoy the results of our work, or we suffer the results. This is called karma. Karma is not eternal. Srila Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita. Yes. So we will learn three things from this verse of Srila Prabhupada. Number one, three moods of material nature. Who will tell me what are these three moods of material nature? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Yes. The fourth subject of the Bhagavad Gita is Prakriti. And Krishna says, this Prakriti, जो रचेता है, कह रहे हैं कि it's in the three mood. What are these? Mood of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Whole this material world, even you go to Colombo, America, Japan, Germany, Italy, France, this all applicable to everyone. Everyone in this world, they have a common problem, no matter who, whatever lifestyle or which country they belongs to. Mood of goodness means that morning time. Mood of passion means this is the daytime. Mood of ignorance means night time. So devotees sleep at 10 10:30 because mood of ignorance, ना चाह के भी आप जब बेड पे आओगे ना गलत विचार आएंगे, because the bed is in the mood of ignorance. ये तो lazy sleepness and this. Mood of goodness, सात्विक भोजन जो ठाकुर जी को भोग लगा के खाते हैं. पैशन फ्राइडे संडे को खाएंगे नहीं, और मंडे ट्यूसडे को नहीं खाएंगे. There are in our Sanatan Dharma Hindus, there are people who are doing this. Tamogudi, they don't touch. Like last night, one family was there. They don't eat vegetarian. Now, when yesterday we went to the program, there were 8 dishes. Prabhuji, वो खा के इतना पसंद हुए, कहा कि ये इतना सारा प्रसाद कितना. मैंने बोला देखो ये ठाकुर जी की कृपा है, भक्तों का प्रेम है. This is love of the Lord. And one family came. They were in office. They came to meet me just for 5 minutes. So he was so why? Because they came in Krishna consciousness through our online. This Hima Mataji is there. They live in Khorfakan. He is a head surgeon. They came just to meet me for the 5 minutes from her office because hospital was Khorfakan is very small, you know. Ojera or Khorfakan, I don't know. So they came said, why? I said even your relatives will not give you that much love. The what devotees are giving the love to you. Trust me. So we are very much fortunate. They said that how many devotees. I said we don't know them personally, but we have a common interest, Krishna. We have a common interest which is called Krishna, and this is selfless, unconditional. Because in this material world, everyone has some conditions to love and approach somebody. स्वार्थ का व्यवहार बिना स्वार्थ कोई बात ना पूछे देखा खूब विचार every time in relationship everything is there but for the devotee and devotional service the goal is very good and the interest of this is Krishna that how to get out of these four problems of life birth death old age so mood of goodness passion and ignorance these three things are there we discussed in the last lectures as well and the time because we have a limited time what Prabhupada says that we do some activities based on the moods of nature अच्छा कभी कभी हम लोग क्या हो जाते हैं दिस इज द मिक्सचर है कभी कभी बहुत भक्ति करने का मन करता है कभी कभी एकदम डाउन हो जाते हैं एंड यू नो हाउ दिस ऑल हैपेंस only due to the association trust me I will tell you in a short mantra कैकई शी वॉज अमेजिंग पर्सनालिटी बहुत अच्छी स्त्री थी दशरथ महाराज की जो पत्नियां थी उसमें से कैकई शी वाज एंड राम बिकेम किंग शी वाज मोर हैप्पियर देन द कौशल्या अरे राम बड़ा बोला मेरा बेटा नहीं मेरा बेटा तो राम है हु केम मंत्रा मंत्रा ने 5 सेकंड के अंदर उसका ऐसा दिमाग घुमा दिया कि उसका पूरा बेड़ा गर्क कर दिया यू गॉट माय पॉइंट सो एसोसिएशन इज very very important to whom we associate this is also our choice it's our decision we have a choices कि आप इसका संग करो इसका संग करो that is why we don't associate with everyone we meet with the non devotees but we associate with the devotees yes association of devotees is the base of the bhakti so more you will associate more you will advance in Krishna consciousness we are a social animal we need association and we are so happy now at least 4 or 5 families are there who are serious coming to the program but before we were doing alone okay before we were doing alone and now many devotees are coming so mantra did something with ये कि देखो तुम्हारा बेटा को राज नहीं मिला और वो राम को दे रहे हैं तो तुम वो पुराना याद करो 14 साल का वनवास और दशरथ महाराज was so sad about listening all these things because of mantras association उसका दिमाग पूरा घूम गया Prabhuji. So it is very dangerous to whom we are associating and to whom we are meeting. So please kindly, Prabhupada always said that kindly remain in the association of the devotees. That will give you more beneficial. No matter there are some problem with the association of the devotee also. हमारे गुरु महाराज हमारे एक प्रभु जी हैं वो कहते थे कि भक्तों का संग कैसा करना हर कोई संग करना चाहता है लेकिन जबान 32 दांतों में कैसे बचा के रखती है ऐसे भक्तों के संग में भी हम लोगों को रहना है because we have a tendency of fault finding. Initially, when we associate with devotees, we see everyone very wonderful. We listen them and we accept everything. But as soon time passed, then we start judging. Then we start judging. That is why our principle is very simple: mind your own business. आपको दूसरा बारे में क्या बोल रहा है क्या नहीं कर रहा है you don't have to worry like you are driving you drive your car we should not tell ill about even devotee or the non devotee आगे आप एडवांस स्टेज में जो आएंगे आगे जब आप 16 माला जब लेवल पे आएंगे ना तो देर इज ए थिंग विच इज कॉल्ड 10 offenses against the holy name दीपक प्रभु you know what are the 10 offenses to holy name what is number one
There are 10 daily morning mantras that keeps on.
yeah every morning we wake up and we read these 10 offenses against the holy name the number one is that to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the ऐसे भक्तों की निंदा करना जिन्होंने अपना जीवन भगवान को समर्पित किया चाहे भक्त हो या अभक्त हो ऐसा नहीं कि खाली भक्तों नहीं अभक्त नो किसी के बारे में भी उनको निंदा गलत नहीं बिकॉज वी डोंट नीड टू जज एनीवन इफ यू वांट टू जज एनीवन इन दिस वर्ल्ड इटसेल्फ यू गॉट माय पॉइंट तो हमको क्या करना है कि वी डोंट yes if anything is going wrong we should pray and help them so there is two things instead of talking about the person you should talk to the person यू गॉट माई पॉइंट कि पीछे से बात नहीं करना वो निंदा हो जाएगी वो अपराध बनेगा एंड व्हेन यू से निंदा व्हाट हैपेंस उसके अच्छे कर्म आपके अच्छे कर्म उसको लग जाएंगे और आपके बुरे कर्म उसको लग जाएंगे ये है कर्मों का निदान दैट इज वाई व्हाट विल हैपेंस Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, then when my devotee means Tushanti cha Ramanti cha. There are two categories of the devotees as well. Whether you have a big community, ISKCON is a very big community. Yes, in all over the world, millions of followers are there. But I have found only two types. One is the Nindakiya, means they will always find faults. कि ये प्रोग्राम में ऐसा हो रहा है, इसका ये हो रहा है, उनका इसका. अरे, who you are not a guru, you are not a Krishna. You mind your business and do. Otherwise, you are authority. Who you are. Better is that to mind your. There is a book of Barijana Prabhupada Prabhupada disciple. His 40-year experience he wrote. The book title name is Mind Your Business. The book title is the Mind Your Business. We should do what we can do. So when you will do bhakti, especially in the preaching, there are so many challenges. Yes, आपके ऊपर अपराध भी लगेंगे, इल्जाम भी लगेंगे, ऐसा होगा. The more you will advance. But if you have a trust in Krishna and Guru, then automatically चीजें फिर खुद ब खुद सीधी होने लगेंगी. Automatically by self. But for this you need a lot of good sadhana, sadhak, sincerity. So let's come back to the point. So what Prabhupada is third Prabhupada is saying that if you are a businessman, sometimes you become happy, I have got some deal, I have a money, and suddenly you lost, then you become suffer. Then you become suffer. Oh my God. I remember I tell you one story of a ring for a king. You remember that story? क्या थी दीपक प्रभु बताइए.
Uh, a king says that he calls the entire village and says, I want a gift. If you don't give me a gift, right, then I'll be sad. Everybody wants to give a gift, but his condition is if he doesn't like a gift from a person who gives him a gift, king has a right to kill him. So people are scared. They form a group and they decide what to give. It's better not to give. Then there is a boy who comes to the king at the day when the gifts are to be given, and he gives him a ring of iron. So everybody starts, iron ring for a king. King says, what is this? The boy says, read what is written on it. So it's written, this too shall pass.
This shall too pass.
So if you are happy, read this, the king will be sad because the condition is, I should get a gift which neither makes me happy or sad, or will make me happy or sad. So if you, and this is fact of life, right? I keep on telling this to all my colleagues because multinational bank, multinational atmosphere, right? Coffee talks, anti-religious, this, that. So I tell them, this too shall pass. If you are happy, आज बॉस ने तुम्हारे पीठ पे थपथपा दिया, good work. Because tomorrow you will be in a problem. So this too shall pass. Don't be happy, don't be sad. A very good lesson.
So Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita that Arjun, this happiness and stress are like Ritu. Ritu means the weather. There is a summer, hot, cold. So you should tolerate. You should tolerate. So if we are tolerating, then things will become. So in our life also there are challenges and problems. Yes, it is not that, but when you become a devotee, you can have a, kind of support system in your mind due to the chanting association of the devotee. We should this shall do pass. ये भी चला जाएगा क्या है मेरे कर्म है ये मेरे कर्म है. So devotee and non-devotee is what is the mindset. Devotee says if any good things happen, hey Krishna, this is all your mercy. I am not eligible, but you have जितना दिया सरकार ने मुझको इतनी मेरी औकात नहीं. ये सब कृपा है मेरे दाता की, मुझ में कोई ऐसी बात नहीं. This is the devotee. And when something bad happens in a devotee life, he said, why I bother to Krishna? Why I say and pray for him and all? It is my karma. He doesn't disturb Krishna. He continues devotional service and work. Even we do a lot of activities in the Krishna conscious. There are challenges. अभी हम गए थे कोलंबो में, हमको रिक्शा में जाना पड़ा. And we enjoyed. Yeah, trust me. वो टैक्सी नहीं आई डिवोटी कोई लेने. मैंने बोला प्रभु जी, you leave it. We will come by self. Don't worry. You focus on the program. Almost hundreds of people are coming, and don't worry about us. We will come. टैक्सी नहीं मिल रही, उबर नहीं. Then suddenly एक रिक्शा वाला था. मैंने बोला निर्मला sit, and trust me, we enjoyed a lot. In our home country here also there is no rickshaw tuk-tuk, and we enjoyed a lot. And rickshaw went bring us more fast. अब वो devotee आएगा जाएगा हम सेवा लेंगे. What is the use? There is no. And we gave just 6 dirham. With the 6 dirham, they bring us to the ISKCON Colombo. You got my point. So devotee doesn't complain. Complain अपने life के अंदर ना, we have to leave. This is a very bad propensity. This is tamogodi. We should not complain. If anything happens, because we have to adjust. We have to एडजस्ट, कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करना है अपने प्रिंसिपल पे, बट वी हैव टू एडजस्ट. ओके. सिमिलरली Prabhupada is saying that we either suffer or we either become happy. Okay? And there is a very nice doha of my grandfather used to sing, सुख और दुख में आनंद रहे, सुख और दुख में आनंद. आनंद देखो एक स्टेज है, सुख एक स्टेज है, दुख एक स्टेज है, एक और स्टेज है जिसके बारे में लोगों को नहीं पता, उसको बोलते हैं आनंद. आनंद, सुख और दुख में आनंद रहे, हरदम हरि गुण गाए. हरदम, एवरी टाइम ही ग्लोरीफाई द लॉर्ड्स नेम. साधु वो नर हमको बाए. He is the sadhu who is the real person. हमको बाए यानी कि he is pleased the Krishna. Krishna pleases with such devotee. Okay. So similarly, Prabhupada is saying karma is not eternal. Karma is temporary. Karma is temporary. Yeah, because I will slap you, you will slap me. So this is a temporary thing. But a devotee, what he does, he tolerate. He said Prabhupada went to Canada, one Bengali person came and he was in the front of the class. He's chastised and used a lot of abusive word to Srila Prabhupada. Then all his disciple like Brahmanand Swami, he was like an elephant. He said, Prabhupada, मेरे को अगर इजाजत दे देना, उनका हाथ ऐसा था कि उसको मार देते. We saying ill about our Guru because we should not listen ill anything about it. Prabhupada and our Guru and the Vaishnava. You say me anything, I don't have any problem. But don't tell anything about my disciple or the devotees. So this is the fact. A devotee is very powerful. So Prabhupada said, don't tell him anything. Then Prabhupada said to Brahmanand Swami, why you offend him? You said about anything. Go and give him some sweets. This happens in the training. When we become devotee, those who are giving you more trouble, you become more merciful than them. Then this is the meaning of a devotional life. You understand my point? When somebody is doing a lot of wrong things with you, because this is our Prabhupada said to him, give him sweets, and if possible, invite him in the program in the future. When the Prabhupada says, why you did not take any action? Prabhupada said, maybe in the past life, I have done some bad things with him. So this is a big learning in the teaching. This is the big learning in the teaching. So similarly, there is a concept of war as well in Mahabharata, Ramayana. When things are crossing your, पानी बोलते हैं ना सर से ऊपर, और धर्म का इतना हो जाता है कि आप टॉलरेट, शांति संदेश भी भेजा भगवान ने, लेकिन युद्ध करना पड़ा. युद्ध करना पड़ा. सो देर आर डिफरेंट, हु विल टेल यू कब युद्ध करना है, कब टॉलरेट करना है. दैट इज व्हाई वी नीड टू अ ट्रेनिंग, वी नीड टू वर्क अंडर द guru, spiritual master and association of the devotee. They will train us and give us. It doesn't come in one day or 2 days. So where is the next flight? What is karma? Devika Mataji, you have? Yeah, okay, no problem. Parul Mataji? Yeah, you can give it to Devika Mataji. Next flight.
What is karma? Everyone acts every moment, knowingly or unknowingly. Bhagavad Gita explains how actions bind us, karma bandhan, or liberate us.
Yeah, that's it. So everyone acts every moment. Like initially, when I asked all of you the karma, you all said that we are doing some activity or the karma, right? Deepak Prabhu and Akhilesh Prabhu and all these devotees said. And knowingly or unknowingly. So there is a statement, ignorance is a bliss, is a third class foolish statement. क्योंकि बच्चा होता है ना, वो देखो भगवान का स्वरूप, ऐसा बोलते भगवान स्वरूप है, भगवान बच्चा है, इनोसेंट, ही इज इनोसेंट, ही डजंट हैव नॉलेज. अगर हम एक्चुअली जब मैं छोटा था, देखो मेरा ये हाथ जल गया. माय मॉम सेज दैट आई वाज क्रॉलिंग टुवर्ड द हॉट पॉट. दूध गर्म करते थे ना पहले जमाने में, तो मैं उसके ऊपर पूरा ऐसा करके तो मैं जल गया, बिकॉज आई डोंट हैव द नॉलेज. दैट इज वाई मुझे नुकसान हुआ ना. देखो मेरा हाथ जल गया, स्टिल द मार्क इज देयर. यू गॉट माय पॉइंट. सिमिलरली इफ द किड्स, दे विल ट्रेन एंड यू विल गिव देम नॉलेज के दूध गर्म हो रहा है, पास मत जाना, तो इट मीन्स ये अज्ञानी नहीं है, ज्ञान से फायदा होगा, ज्ञान से फायदा होगा. सो most of the mistakes that we do knowingly we are doing, sorry to say, because we are all are adult, we are not kids. बच्चे जो छोटे बच्चे होते हैं, जैसे अपने बच्चे बर्लिन है, स्मॉल स्मॉल किड्स आर देयर, वो और बूढ़े कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. उनको कुछ भी आप बोल नहीं सकते, लेकिन वी आर ऑल मेच्योर, वी आर एडल्ट. तो भगवत गीता explain how action bind us, which is called karma bandhan or liberate us. So Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita is giving both the choices to Arjuna. You want to, only the Sanatan Dharma is there where you are wanted to challenge the Lord and ask question. Question means क्या करते हो आप, या तो पूछते हो, समझते हो, sometimes you challenge as well. The devotee of the Lord in the Sanatan Dharma, they sometimes argue, debate, challenge. But for why? Because Krishna also want to clear your doubts. Without clearing the doubts, you cannot surrender to anyone. Similarly, here what it's saying, either you will bound, या तो कर्म बंधन में फंसेंगे, या तो कर्म बंधन में हम फंसेंगे, या तो इससे मुक्त हो जाएंगे. So this question we have already taken. So now we will take only 2 slides, then we will end the lecture. In the next slide, Parul Mataji, will you read?
This what is karma? Third law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Reactions may be immediate, delayed, or carried into next life. Newton's law is just a small subset of the universal law of karma.
Yes. So what you understand, every action has an equal and opposite. When we were kids, like Parth used to, throw a ball, and ball comes against the direction with the same force. This is called, so Newton's law is just a small subset of universal law of karma. Okay, if you have done anything wrong with them, yeah, it will come by self. Yeah. And why we are in Dubai? Because we have done some karma. That is why we have got some luxury car. But there are millions of people in the world, they have don't have even eat to food. Okay, this is the thing. Like if a devotee said that the reality of light can be judged in 3 ways. आप कभी कब्रिस्तान चले जाए, graveyard. They have done a lot of things, but now all they are sleeping. मृत्यु हो गई उनकी. Hospital, go to hospital. If you will go to hospital, when you will see the problems and disease of the people in different stages, then oh my God, it's very difficult. And third, what was this? I forgot. But these are 2, 3 places if you will go, and yeah, go to the jail or the prison. They are allowed to do activity, but in a limited way. So these 3 things, if you will go, because you know what happened in my company last week, a truck driver, you know, a guy who was doing some work, and उसका वो ब्रेक किया कुछ ऐसा नहीं लगा, and on the spot he was killed. उसका पूरा चेहरा जो है वो फिसल गया. Why? उसको पता भी नहीं था क्षण भर में मेरे साथ ये होने वाला है. And he resigned and he was going to his home country, Pakistan. He was going after 3 days. He said अभी बहुत हो गया, नहीं मुझे अपने बीवी बच्चों के साथ रहना है. And he was doing some work क्योंकि गर्मी बहुत सी थी. वो he was a labor and he was doing some work under the truck. So now this guy killed. His family and parents are waiting in this home country. How horrible. And वो उनके family में क्या गुजरा, and he has no, उसका body पूरा complete नहीं है. And second, the driver, he was put into the jail. मतलब वो तो बोला होगा ना कि भाई मैं अभी सुबह का टाइम है, ब्रेकफास्ट किया है, देन आई विल टेक लंच एंड ऑल दिस थिंग. बट ही डजंट नो देन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप व्हाट विल हैपन एंड व्हाई इट इज हैपनिंग विद हिम, नॉट फॉर अस, ड्यू टू द कर्मा. इट्स वेरी सिंपल. समथिंग हैज ही हैज डन इन द पास्ट लाइफ एंड वो हम लोगों को रिपीट. सो हियर व्हाट इज इन every action that we do, there is an equal and opposite reaction. But these are the things that we need to understand. But at the end, if you will see Krishna, end of this, complete, the very nice solution is there, and which is Krishna consciousness is only, which is only Krishna. So reaction may be immediate. I always give you 3 example. I slap you, you slap me. अभी झगड़ा हुआ, लड़ाई की और slap. I slap you, okay, मैं तुमको बाद में दिखाऊंगा, मैं जब ताकत जब मेरा टाइम आएगा, बोलते हैं ना अपना टाइम आएगा, देर और सुन अपना टाइम आएगा तो मैं तुम्हें बताऊंगा. बदले की भावना भक्तों में नहीं होती. भक्त लोग टॉलरेट करते हैं, बदले की भावना हमारे में नहीं होना चाहिए. Third thing, if it is not completed, then the next birth will come, then he will give you. So what happened in our life? अपने ही सबसे ज्यादा दुख देते, सॉरी टू से, जो अपने है ना वही सब, क्योंकि उनके साथ हमारा पिछले जन्म, अच्छा हमारा भी आप लोगों के साथ पिछले जन्म का कुछ है. ऐसे तो डीएसओ में हाउ मेनी पीपल आर लिविंग, या, but we have some past life, something is there, that is why we reconnected again. It is not accidentally we meet anyone. So what happens that कुछ ना कुछ पास्ट लाइफ का रहता है और हमें अपने ही जो है वो सबसे ज्यादा सुख और दुख देते हैं. यू गॉट माई पॉइंट, बिकॉज उनके साथ हमारा पिछले जन्म का संबंध होता है. एंड आउट ऑफ मिलियन पीपल 1 पर्सन विल कम, विल गिव यू हैप्पीनेस, अच्छा हुई. एंड कोई आपको बहुत ज्यादा पैसे लेके भाग जाएगा और दुख देगा, एंड प्रॉपर्टी एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स, केसेस कर देंगे, फैमिली में हमें अलग होना है, a lot of things can done. So I always say that in any relationship there should be a peace. peace. By talking or keeping silence, if there is a peace, तो जिंदगी में, I joined Krishna consciousness. We are very happy. Trust me, we are very blissful, Ananda. The reason is that in all the situation हमको कुछ भी नहीं करना, हमको पता है जैसा चल रहा है सब चलने दो, हमारे कंट्रोल में कुछ नहीं। ठाकुर जी का नाम दो, सुबह उठो, माला करो, प्रसाद खाओ, प्रचार करो, and this is more than enough. Like our family friend, they sometimes call, ये तुम लोग क्या करते रहते हो सुबह शाम रात? हमने बोला भाई, हमको एक चीज समझ में आया, ये संसार में बहुत दुख परेशानियां और ठोकरे हैं। भगवान के दर पे जाने से हमको सुख आनंद मिला है, ये हमको समझ में आ गया है। अभी तक आप लोगों को ये बात समझ में नहीं आया। अब इस जन्म में नहीं आई तो अगले में आएगी, तीसरे में, कब आएगी पता नहीं, बट हमको इतना समझ में आएगा। एंड देन व्हाट विल हैपन, यू यू नो थर्ड क्लास पीपल टॉक अबाउट द पीपल, सेकंड क्लास दे टॉक अबाउट द थिंग्स, आईफोन, ये ऐसा ऐसा चल रहा है। तो फर्स्ट क्लास दे टॉक अबाउट द आइडिया, क्योंकि हर किसी का एक माइंडसेट, और दिस इज लाइक अ पिरामिड, this is like a pyramid. Now what we are talking about the Krishna consciousness idea, and this is the highest of all. So this was the karma, and the next slide, the logic of the karma, then I will end. Okay, so this is a very interesting, this also will, whatever I'm saying as a messenger, I don't have any qualification. This all we learned from Srila Prabhupada. और उसका फिर मैं बैठ के slide what is Krishna consciousness? Like Parul Mataji is a mother, she is bringing her kids every week, गाड़ी चला रही है बच्चों को वही सब कुछ करने के लिए, शी इज अ रियल मदर। दीपक प्रभु अपनी फैमिली में हेड है, एंड इज अरेंजिंग द प्रोग्राम एंड अलाउइंग द फैमिली। बहुत सारी फैमिली में अलाउ नहीं करते, लाइक आई हैव अ डिवोटीज, वो सिर्फ चैंटिंग करते हैं, उनकी फैमिली उनको बोलता है नहीं नहीं आपको मांस मच्छी खानी है, ठाकुर जी नहीं रखने। ऐसे भी हैं प्रभु जी, ऐसे लोग हैं। लेकिन वो माता बेचारी, हमने उनको बोला कि आप जैसे घर में रह रहे हो आप रहिए, आप कोई विरोध ना करिए, बस आप नाम जाप तो उसे कोई नहीं रोक सकते ना, नाम जाप कोने में बैठ करो, and slowly gradually you will see that changes in the family. So this all we learned from Prabhupada, and yeah, the logic of the karma one. Now you see, Akhil, Prabhu, you will read. Yeah.
All of nature obeys laws. Why should humans be an exception? We can never break God's laws. We can only break ourselves against His laws.
Yeah. Now I will take 5-10 minutes. Please focus on this. It's very important. Huh? So in the first picture, what you are seeing, Parth, what you are seeing in the first picture? Birds, and then the backside there is a sun. So you see, for millions of years, sun is coming on his time and sleeping on his time, appear and disappear is happening. But you never see sick leave, any drama, something like this. कि आज मैं बीमार हूँ, मैं holiday. Have you seen? And it is saying the sun is the eye of Krishna. ये जो सूर्य है वो क्या है? भगवान का आंखें हैं। हाँ, बिकॉज सूर्य सब देख रहे हैं, सब नोट कर रहे हैं कौन क्या कर रहा है, कैसे चल रहा है। यस, यू गॉट माय पॉइंट। तो सूर्य कभी भी ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि लेट हुआ है। गॉड्स प्लान एंड द गवर्नमेंट इज वेरी वेरी परफेक्ट, अमेजिंग। दैट इज व्हाई व्हेनेवर आई सी, सो मैं को बच्चा था, छोटा था, सब आते को गाड़ी में, आई सेड यू ना, मैंने कहा पिताजी पेट्रोल डालते थे गाड़ी में, तो आई सेड हु इज गिविंग पेट्रोल टू द सन, इज इट लॉजिकल और नॉट? पूछना चाहिए ना भाई। So I was very enthused from the starting. I said, Papa, who is this? बोला fusion and fusion. I said, okay, why it is not happening in your car? Fusion करो ना भाई अपनी कार में भी है। Then father was silent कि यार ये पता नहीं क्या क्या सवाल पूछता रहता है मेरे से। So similarly the birds, अभी देखो वो लोग सब जाग रहे हैं, ठीक है, खाना पीना चार चीजें करते हैं, एनिमल एंड ह्यूमन ऑल्सो डू। आहार, निद्रा, वय, मैथुन्य च समानितात पशु नरानाम धर्महीन वति को विशेष धर्महीना ते पशु भी समान। आहार खाना खाते हैं, निद्रा सोते हैं, भय घर बनाते हैं, नेसल एंड ऑल, मैथुन्य बच्चे पैदा करते हैं। दिस फोर एक्टिविटीज एंड ह्यूमन आल्सो डू। धर्म ही एक, ओनली द रिलीजन इज दैट व्हिच सेपरेट ह्यूमन टू द एनिमल। बिकॉज हम अगर खाते हैं तो टेबल पे खाते हैं, वो बाहर खाते हैं। हम संभोग करते हैं तो पत्नी स्त्री शादी करके करते हैं। ऐसे हम कपड़े पहनते, वो नहीं पहनते क्योंकि उनमें लज्जा नहीं है, कॉन्शियसनेस उनकी बहुत लो है। खाना पीना यही। सिमिलरली इवन द एनिमल्स आर बेटर नाउ एज कम्पेयर टू, क्योंकि ये लोग सब 5-6 बजे खा के 7 बजे 8 बजे सो जाते हैं। हैव यू सीन एनी एनिमल लेट नाइट? कोई सो रहा है, बाहर घूम फिर रहा है कोई ना? एंड दे वेक अप एट द 4 AM 5 AM सुबह को। आप देखो चिरपिंग इनकी जो होती है वो कितना, मतलब अभी हम लाइक वी वेंट टू श्रीलंका, it was a very nice experience. We were staying jungle and all surrounded by so many animals, and the morning में जो birds की chirping जो थी ना, that you cannot buy with the money. And from the other side, they were doing Mangla Aarti of the Buddha. There was a Buddhist monk. They were, singing, and दो combination और हम लोग अपनी आरती कर रहे थे. And it was coming as a nature like talking to us. You know that who Mataji, you said na, when you talk about that, Prabhu, you said that we do some activities with the nature as well. We are communicating. And like 2 3 points that I learned from you, that even with the nature also we are doing activity. Mataji said, in the mind also we are doing some action. Similarly, we saw that you cannot complete nature. This material world that God has created is completely fulfilled. देखो सूर्य उदय नहीं होगा तो वर्षा नहीं होगी, अनाज नहीं होगा, लेकिन everything is going on now. In all over the world, 3 4 subjects are going, which is very hot topic. Climate control. It is not a good, it is not a new news. It is being done by for millions of years. Husband wife relation problem. It is also being husband millions of years. Okay. Enmity between the countries, this is also happening in the long year. Only the thing which is missing is the Krishna consciousness. How to get out from this. घर बनाना है, बच्चे पैदा करना है, and we are doing all these things repeatedly और इसका कर करके इतना आदी हो गए कि इसे छुटकारा पाने का, और दुखी भी हो रहे, फिर भी समझ नहीं रहे कि मूर्ख मुझे करना क्या. सो ऑल ऑफ द नेचर ऑफ इट, व्हाई शुड ह्यूमन बी एक्सेप्शन. तो यहाँ पर क्या है कि इंसान जो है वो नियम का पालन नहीं कर रहा है. द्विध पद पक्षु, भागवतम में कहते हैं कि 2 पैरों का मनुष्य जो है वो चल, एंड वी कैन नेवर ब्रेक गॉड्स लॉ, वी कैन ओनली ब्रेक आवरसेल्फ अगेंस्ट हिज लॉ. So now what you see in the second picture, signal, you see Krishna consciousness is spiritual, it's not a ritual or the religion. Prabhupada says that this is a organization, we bring love of Godhead. भगवान से प्रेम कैसे करें, और भगवान से खुद प्रेम करें और दूसरों को भी प्रेम करवाएं. This is Krishna consciousness. So similarly, you see green signal, red signal. Green means go and red means stop. Is it for Hindu only or Muslim only? Is it for everyone? Similarly, the religion is also like this. And what is the religion? The words of the God or the Creator. अब हमें पता ही नहीं है भगवत गीता में क्या लिखा है, क्या चीज है. ये खुद में एक भगवत गीता इज अ साइंस. Bhagavad Gita, some people say, yeah, we see Bhagavad Gita as a science. Prabhupada says. And those who are practicing, they are the scientists. Yeah, spiritual scientists. They are the spiritual scientists because they are practicing and bringing them in life. So similarly, if you see there is a signal, the car will stop and you will brake, and then you will when green. So it is for everyone. You agreed with. Similarly, the religion or the spirituality for all living entities like this. In different forms, the Lord comes in a different community because किसी को मांस खाना ही खाना है. अब भगवान बोले कि यार मैं क्या करूं, उनको बोले ठीक है आप बलि करके खाओ, क्योंकि वो मान ही नहीं रहा ना. लाइक आपको बच्चा है, he wants to go out. अब पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं कि no, you should not go out, it's not safe for you, but you say no, I will go. What you will do then? Similarly, we do such acts with the God as well, कि नहीं हमको तो ये करना है, और करेगा तो फिर वो उसको भुगतान होगा. फिर पता चलेगा कि मेरे पेरेंट्स ठीक थे and they are saying this for my own benefit. But the kids nowadays, they don't listen to the parents. They want to do things by self. Yeah, whatever they want. So the thing is that similarly, आप जैसे कह रहे हो whatever, तो भगवान भी कह रहे हैं whatever they want, what I can do, because सब में minute independence है. And we love kids because under the age of 10 8 and 12 they are in our control. As soon as control होता है तो फिर हम पे गुस्सा आने लगता है. हमारा भी गलती है. It's not about kids. हाँ, बच्चों के ऊपर फिर हम गुस्सा करते हैं कि ये बात नहीं मान रहे, नहीं, क्योंकि वो तो उतनी मिन्यूट इंडिपेंडेंस, क्योंकि आफ्टर 12 14 दे हैव सम डिफरेंट माइंडसेट, देयर बॉडीली हार्मोन्स आर चेंजिंग एंड ऑल दिस थिंग. दे थिंक वी आर द. बट सिमिलरली इस संसार में हम खुद सब कंट्रोल करना चाहते हैं. दिस इज ऑल्सो अ बिग प्रॉब्लम. Even in relationship ना, whatever I say, if you say 1 2 3 times they are not listening, then leave them. No need to put your all energy and time. आप उसको देखो समझा सकते हो, कन्विंस. अगर वो नहीं कर रहे हैं या कर रही है, then leave it on them. Then they will come to know, okay, it is right or wrong. Maybe it doesn't mean that always I am right. This is also a big problem. This is called ego, for which we are staying in this world. So now there are 3 conditions. I will tell you about Bhagavad Gita. There are 3 types of karma has been defined. Then I will end the lecture. Okay. You see red signal and the green signal, and there is a yellow light. Okay. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita there are 3 types of karma. Who will tell? Who what are the 3 types of karma? There is a verse in Bhagavad Gita. So you repeat after me. Karma,
Karma,
akarma,
akarma,
vikarma. Yes, yeah. Thank you, Madhu. Yeah. ओके, कर्म अकर्म विकर्म, उसके वर्ष है वो हम आगे पढ़ेंगे लेटर। अब देखो बहुत सिंपल है, आई विल मेक इट वेरी सिंपल फॉर यू। फॉर एग्जांपल, विकर्म मींस अगेंस्ट द मटेरियल नेचर, पाप कर्म करना, सिंपल। जैसे कि रेड सिग्नल है एंड यू जंप द कार, दिस इज कॉल्ड विकर्म, दिस इज कॉल्ड विकर्म। अब विकर्म किया है तो भुगतान भी देना पड़ेगा। आई वॉज इम्पोर्टेड, यू नो माई कार वॉज इम्पोर्टेड इन 2016 or 17। I was going in the late night 2:30 at my office and suddenly I was, sleeping. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है, once in a month we get a call from the office and 2 3 a.m. we have to leave. But now internet is there, VPN connect, so we connect before. So I jumped the signal and they gave me 5,000 dirham fine. They impounded my car and the license. Yes, 12 black point and all these things. So this was a late 2:30 a.m. मैं उनको बोल रहा कि 2 बजे कौन आएगा भाई, मेरे को छोड़ दो। बोला कि no, law is for everyone, it's not exception. So this is called vikarma. This is called vikarma. You are going against the law. Similarly, vikarma, and then it's called karma. That is called, if there is a green signal, you go ahead, no problem, continue. अब भगवत गीता में आगे चल के अगर आप देखोगे, देन कृष्णा से ये दोनों ही प्रॉब्लम है। विकर्म भी प्रॉब्लम है और कर्म भी प्रॉब्लम है, क्योंकि कर्म किए हैं, अच्छा कर्म किया है ना भाई। आज किसी को रोटी खिलाए तो वो रोटी खिलाने के लिए आएगा, जन्म लेना पड़ेगा। समझो बात को। हाँ, दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी डेंजरस, बिकॉज पूरा इस वर्ल्ड में 99.99% लोग दो चीजों के बारे में, अच्छा कर्म और बुरा कर्म। अच्छा, सो अच्छा कर्म व्हाट इज दिस, कि भाई ग्रीन सिग्नल है, गो अहेड, ओके आप जाओ, दिस इज कर्म एंड एवरीबॉडी इज डूइंग देयर कर्म। एंड कृष्णा सेज इन भगवत गीता कि अगर लोग भक्ति नहीं कर रहे ना, उनको कर्म करने दो, बिकॉज ना वो भक्ति करेंगे और ना कर्म करेंगे, फिर उत्पाद करेंगे। बिकॉज थर्ड स्टेज इज देयर विकर्मा, जैसे खाली दिमाग शैतान का घर, एम्प्टी माइंड इज devil's frequency. Yeah, it's very dangerous. So similarly, we have to be engaged in different activities better. So Krishna says, better you don't do bhakti, but do karma. But do, क्योंकि कर्म किए बगैर तो हम रह ही नहीं सकते। आई वेरी सिंपल, अगर पारो अखिलेश ब्रो, when kids and family were not there, कभी कभी अकेला फील होता था तो आप बोलते होंगे ना कि यार मैं कहाँ फंस गया हूँ भाई, बाहर निकलो। देविका माता जी, पारुल माता जी, हैं, Bharat, if somebody keep you at home for 5 days without any communication and no mobile, नो गेम, नो एक्सबॉक्स, बोलेगा टाइम क्या पास करें। सो वी नीड आनंद, आनंद कैन नॉट बी डन अलोन, आनंद कैन नॉट बी डन, यू नीड अ कंपनी, यू नीड अ पार्टनर। दैट इज व्हाई कृष्णा सेज देयर इज अ प्रोविजन, यू गेट मैरिड। अगर आप भक्ति शांति से नहीं कर सकते तो ब्रह्मचारी और सन्यासी, बेटर यू मैरी एंड बोथ द पार्टनर कैन सर्व, वो कुकिंग करे, आप प्रसाद बनाओ, ठीक है ना, ऐसे मिलजुल के ही होगा ना, ये टीम वर्क से। कृष्णा गिव दिस भगवत गीता टू अर्जुन हु वाज अ गृहस्थ। नाउ देयर इज अ थर्ड कर्म विच इज अकर्म। हम आगे बात करेंगे इसके बारे में, क्योंकि मैं अभी समराइज में बता रहा हूँ। अकर्म इज व्हाट? अकर्म मींस दैट by doing understanding all these things, you become the part of the government.
सब कुछ कृष्ण अर्पण।
हाँ, कृष्ण अर्पणम नमस्ते, एंड यू बिकम पार्ट ऑफ द कृष्ण। अर्पणम तो है, लेकिन देन यू मेक योर सेल्फ देयर मिशन में कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं। दीज आर द डिवोटीज, दीज आर द डिवोटीज। दे उसने सब कर्म भी कर लिए इतने जन्मों तक, अकर्म भी विक्रम तो सब कुछ कर लिया, अब बोले अकर्म कर। अकर्म क्या है? वो आपको बंधनों से मुक्त करेगा, वो होती है भक्ति। वो क्या होती है? भक्ति। अकर्म का मतलब ऐसे इसका कोई रिएक्शन ही नहीं है। जैसे देखो, हम ये क्लास करते हैं, बहुत सारे लोगों को इनवाइट करते हैं, आते हैं नहीं आते देखो उनकी मर्जी है, लेकिन हमको करना है। किस भाव से करना है? कि भाई कुछ लोग तो आएंगे, हमारे लिए हम प्यूरिफिकेशन, जो हम ये क्लास कर रहे हैं, वाई वी आर डूइंग दिस क्लास फॉर ओन प्यूरिफिकेशन। हम आपके लिए नहीं कर रहे, हम अपनी प्यूरिफिकेशन के लिए कर रहे, कि अगर लोगों को कुछ बता रहे तो हमको भी फॉलो करना पड़ेगा। बिकॉज वी आर नॉट वेरी एक्सॉल्टेड, और कोई संत महात्मा नहीं है हम लोग। बट दिस इज अ गुड थिंग ना, वी मीट, हम बात कर रहे हैं, सब चीजें। सो अकर्मा मीन्स दैट यू बिकम द पार्ट ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और द गवर्नमेंट एंड गिव योर कंट्रीब्यूशन बाय, वो सिग्नल लगा दिए आपने, क्योंकि कोई ना कोई तो कर रहा होगा ना, बहुत सारी जगह पे सिग्नल नहीं है, नीचे यहाँ पर अपने चौराहे पे यहाँ पर नहीं है, तो कल को चाहिएगा। देन यू बिकम द पार्ट ऑफ द दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड यू ऑल्सो फॉलो। इट डजेंट मीन्स कि आपको कर्म करने, लेकिन कैसे कर्म करोगे? कि यू बिकम द पार्ट ऑफ द, जैसे कि माता जी से दैट श्री कृष्ण अर्पणम नमस्तुते, हाउ यू विल डू अर्पण? बाय डूइंग सम प्रैक्टिकल थिंग, खाली बोलने से नहीं। कि अर्पणम, अर्पणम मीन्स दैट यू डू प्रीचिंग, यू डू योर सर्विसेज, चैंट, गुरु जी की सेवा करें, शास्त्र पढ़ना। देर आर सो मेनी, यू नो, One time Prabhupada says that what is the best service in Krishna consciousness? Deepak Prabhu, what is the best service in Krishna consciousness?
Serve your Guru.
Serve your Guru. Parul Mataji. Chanting. Okay. Parth? No service?
No.
Chanting. Devika Mataji.
Doing any action अपना day to day कर even cooking छोटा सा काम even whatever cook for Krishna कि मैं भगवान के लिए बना रही हूँ तो that's the best practice कि आप छोटे मोटे डेली काम भी कर रहे हैं तो आप पहले ये सोचें कि आप भगवान के लिए कर रहे हैं और फिर वो ऐसा प्रसाद सबको मिल जाएगा
मिल रहा है
लेकिन आप भोग सब कुछ करें लेकिन आपका बस एक thought process change हो
yes
तो मेरे हिसाब से
Akhilesh Prabhu.
Basically become conscious, more conscious than before.
Mm.
More conscious that okay, all this exists. Bhagwan Shri Krishna is there, and we are so lucky that Bhagavad Gita is there. So if the least you can do is open the book, read and understand, and open your become conscious. No.
So Prabhupada gave the answer any of the service like Devika Mataji ka answer almost same here. She said very nice. Prabhupada said that any service, anything, like she gave example of the cooking. Prabhu also says just serve your guru. But Prabhupada says any service that develop the love for the Krishna is the best service. क्योंकि हर किसी को कुछ ना कुछ अभी माता जी का कुकिंग है प्रभु ने कहा कि गुरु को सर्व करना है आपने कॉन्शियसनेस की बात की एंड पारुल माता जी से चैंटिंग these are not a single thing can help us we need a lot of parameter in the Krishna consciousness okay you got my point so anything like for me I'm not very good in the harmonium and the mardanga okay but there are devotees who are good so we all मेरे को cooking नहीं आती है I cannot cook I only eat it so the Matajis they know how to cook very nicely because they have a talent and skill and by doing this they can develop love for Krishna. Some devotees are good in the vigorous seva. But we have little favor. थोड़ा कीर्तन मैं भी कर लेता हूँ मर्दंगा बजा लेता हूँ लेकिन मेरा इंटरेस्ट व्हाट इज दिस द मैनेजमेंट डेवलपिंग न्यू प्रोग्राम्स गोइंग टू टूर अलग अलग कंट्रीज नए लोगों से मिलना कृष्ण कॉन्शियस सेमिनार्स youth में in Pakistan we started okay different countries so everyone has some quality everyone has some skill and talent. Like last time we need a very big speaker, Parul Mataji, bring from our office. Deepak Prabhu, he sponsored a complete prasadam for our Jagannath. And so alone we can do. No, this is a teamwork. And Krishna and our Guru becomes happy when we cooperate with each other in a very submissive way. So that is why my Guru Maharaj always used to say me, Sham Chandra, you have a problem. Our Guru Maharaj said, develop service attitude. You have a service attitude, but humble state nahi hai. You are not in a humble state of mind. Then you have to be very humble and then do service. Then we need a Guru who will inspire us and who will tell us. And second thing, my Guru Maharaj always said that don't offend Vaishnava. In the dealing always you should be very respectful with the devotees and non-devotees and second third thing Prabhupada said that wake up in the morning and chant the holy name very simple इसमें क्या complication है what is this simply listen to your guru and follow okay so I will end my class Hare Krishna Hare Krishna thank you so every one of you have any question you may ask कोई प्रश्न है किसी का we have many devotees online as well Hare Krishna thank you for joining Sasmita Mataji she came first Nilakshi Mataji, Pap Harini Devi Dasi, Venugopal Prabhu, thank you so much for joining Hare Krishna. If you have any question, you may ask.